good, Trolla gang? It's your boy Hob in the building. We got Ben Seifel,
Yo,
your
yo, yo.
favorite insight of the Northeast, in the building. My favorite bald head man. Y'all already know what it is. We got some special
Whoa,
guests here for you. Hey, what?
Oh,
What? I can't
yo,
like my man's.
you insulting my other
Not
guy over
pause.
there, man.
Pause. But man, we got appreciate y'all tuning in here today for episode 3. Man, we definitely got some great topics coming in. I know y'all not ready. We kind of are ready because we know this might get a little heated, and we know we definitely got some guests that are gonna give us some great insight of what goes on nowadays. And just our guests here, we do have Flex here. It's gonna be on my right hand side, and down below we got the two beautiful ladies, Leangie and Bridget. All right, these ladies have come a long way to give their insights, and we're gonna make sure we give it to them today, and they're gonna give it to us. So,
Yeah, let's
without
do it.
further ado, Vince,
We already got my man Scrap checking in. Yo, yo, what's up, Scrap?
what's up, Scrap? What's up, man? He always tuning in right away, man. Every
He
time.
said it's gonna be good tonight. I sure hope so. Let's do
Oh,
this as always. You know how we do. All right.
he be turning up.
So yeah, thank everybody for tuning in. This is only our 3rd episode. Many more to come. So please follow. If you don't follow us, subscribe. Share it. Anything, please. We
And we
appreciate it.
talking to you right there. You,
Yeah,
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 you, the
yeah,
one
yeah.
watching this right now. No, no, no,
Yep.
don't look away. You, yeah,
Yeah.
stop what you're doing, like it, yeah, yeah, there you go, and keep watching. Just making sure that they be acting up, Vince. They be acting
Yeah,
up.
they checking in. They checking in. Give it Flex. They said give them that smoke.
The voice of
Hey,
reason, man. The voice of
Chad's checking
reason.
in. All right, all right, all right. So I'm gonna jump right in this because we got a few questions to get to. So Flex, I'm coming to you first.
Mm,
okay.
All right, it's a nice little simple question. In your
mm,
opinion, what determines a high value man?
A high value man.
Yeah.
mm.
So what makes you high value or desirable to other women?
I think what makes anyone high value or anything high value is the rarity of it, right?
Mm.
Hmm.
Because I mean, you could take anything, right? So if you have a lot of it, there's nothing special about it anymore. I think what makes somebody high value is just like it's not that many of those things available, right?
Right.
And then also kind of like what gives something its value is the consumer. So like the people that actually want it. So I think for the most part, women tend to create value. I think both do it. Women create value in men, and men create value in women, and it's what the woman wants that creates that value. So I think if I had to guess, um, I mean, there's a lot of things. Obviously, the attraction would be there, and it's a whole different topic when you get into attraction because we have what anytime you can go into a magazine and say like, oh, this is the sexiest man of the year, it's like who decided that, like who voted for, what's that?
Stop the cap. Ain't no sexiest man alive. You're looking at him right here. Anyways,
Oh,
continue, please.
you okay? I mean, yeah.
High value.
um so I think looks, I think money, right? So it's like, what can that person do for me? I think that's the
Mm.
big thing with high value. I think the more money you have, you can have everything screwed up in your life. You still have value to a person because typically men, it's like, what can you do for me?
Mm. Hold on. Could you repeat that again? Man, what? Y'all hearing this, ladies? I just want to make sure y'all understood. Because he's speaking the facts. And I need to make sure that y'all know that y'all
Yeah.
always looking at what we could do for y'all. Y'all crackhead asses. But listen,
Ron checking
we're
in.
gonna get that to
Now,
you.
now, Flex, you said a lot, right? But I want you to narrow down on like in your opinion, what are some examples of like specific examples of what makes a man high value? Is
Mm.
it the job he has? Is it how much money he makes? Is it
How
the
much money?
house he has?
How much money you make? They don't. No one cares what job you have. No one cares. It's the money, and we can't talk about the house because if you have the money, then you have the means to actually buy the house.
Mm.
So it really boils down to money. I mean, you could add a lot of things because you could say, well, he's good looking, he doesn't have any kids. Well, those are all factors that contribute to it. But at the end of the day, the guy who has, a million, worth over $1 million versus the guy who has like he makes 80,000 a year with no kids. I think the one with more money still looks better.
Mhm.
because it's like this. He can get me this. He can do this for me. I don't have to work. He can take me there. Like it's money.
Mm.
All right, I
It's
see.
but it's
I see eyes. I see eyes.
Hold on, no, wait. I see a lot of head movement coming from Angie. So, Angie, let me ask you, in your opinion, what do you consider a high value man?
Well, he's not wrong. Like money does play a large part in a high value man, because if you're a man, like I'm already assuming like what can you take off my plate? You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
wait. But what's on your plate to begin with?
boy,
I just want to know. It's a quick question.
don't even start.
Wait, no, we have to start. What's on your plate? If you're gonna say, you have to elaborate on that. Take what
like,
off your plate exactly?
I don't have kids, but I'm saying like women in general, someone who has kids, or like if you with bills, like what can you take off my plate? Stress, your own job, like to make my life easier, because there's no way you're gonna let a man come into your life and stress your life even more. So with the money, I agree. That's why I was making that head nod. But I don't know. There's a lot of aspects that come into a high value man. Honesty is one of them.
Go ahead. I see Flex got a response because I have a response. So go ahead, Flex.
Nah, I think. All right. So when you say that, I think those things could increase the value, right? But if you're just being honest, it's the money first. You don't
Listen, Flex. Just say what you want to say. I know what you want to say.
No. I'm saying what I want to say. Honestly, all that stuff comes like later. You don't.
We know what you want to say. Just say what you want to say, Flex.
Wait.
Well, you say it because I don't know.
Listen.
He's playing. If you didn't hear it, he's playing Kanye West Gold Digger in the background.
That's what.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Yo, that's say what you want to say. We know that's what it is.
I'm not.
If you ain't got the money in the bank, man, we ain't worth shit to y'all.
No.
How much money is too much money?
What I think that is.
No such thing.
I think you can use that Kanye West because what he said was that she's a golden. So you don't have to say someone's like only for that. It's just like, see, I don't see her dealing with the rest of these guys. But yeah, you would hope that you're attracted to that person too. But if
you see,
attraction, people will still take that guy who can provide and do a lot of. It's hard to give a person that can fly you wherever you want to go. It's hard to turn that down.
Listen, I got one for Fran because I see her shaking her head in the corner around there. Fran, this for you because you shaking your head as soon as he said you got to be attractive, man. So he could look ass or average and just have $1 million. You be good.
I don't even need like the $1 million. I feel like I can have a man who looks mid, but like to me, I feel like personality is so much more attractive than how like a man actually looks. Because I've been with mid guys, and when their personality like outshines how they look is so much better. I don't need a man. To me, providing in college, I'm not gonna lie, a man with money was so attractive. Like I was 100% finessing, and Manny, I was finessing in college 100%.
Exactly.
Now,
so you ain't...
now,
that's what I'm saying.
No. Now that I'm more educated and I feel like I've grown a lot, I need a man who can provide for me more than financially. Because if you're gonna sit here and talk game, buy me whatever I want, but you're not gonna sit here and provide for me emotionally, like provide for me spiritually, I don't want you at that point. Like I could care less if you can fly me across the world, because I'm not about to be miserable in Italy with some man that I don't know that he's gonna want me to lay next to him. No, absolutely not. I'd rather stay my ass in fucking Allentown at this point with a man that is actually gonna provide for me in more ways than one.
What you think, Bridget? Because you've been single since '83.
Thank you.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Damn.
She has high standards, bro. She has high standards. Listen, Bridget once told me I'm only gonna date millionaires, and that's it. If my rocking 80 grand, I'm in taking it. That's what she said.
I feel like I agree with some points, but I also don't agree with other points. Like, yes, money makes you, I guess, it's an aspect of high value. Yes, I can't say that if you're sitting here not doing anything with your life, not providing for yourself, that like who, you know what I mean? Like, why would I want you? You can't even provide for yourself. But on top of that, it does not mean that I'm going to choose the 1 million over the 80K just because of the money. Like, and looks, I couldn't do that, honestly. Because again, like Fran said, you have to provide for me in more than one way. So I would take the 80K over the 1 million any day if you're that person for me, if you're there for me in more ways than money. I don't care. Like, you could take stuff off my plate, yes, but it's also like I'm a person. I can also go work, go get a job, make money my damn self,
which I do,
as a woman should.
which I fucking okay. You're talking to somebody who literally wanted to drop out and become a stripper and now has a master's degree working in her field. Like, get the fuck out of my face if you can't fucking provide for me in more ways than just being like, oh, baby, you don't gotta work. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, at this point, you need to be more than just a nigga with money.
And
I can't
honestly,
do it.
the look thing too, the looks, honestly, is really like, okay, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to everyone's face right now and say that I would be with the ugliest man on earth.
I'm about to say, don't make me press this button again.
Just because
that's enough of that button.
You have money, but what's
Lots
meant
of lies.
no. But what's meant to you could not be meant to the next person. What's meant to Fran, I could think is fine. What's ugly to me, she could think it's fine. You know what I mean? So it's not always looks.
And
either.
the only reason I'm gonna say like facts is because my man to me is like mad good looking, and I know damn well Bridget and Angie think he's probably like fucking mid. Like, if that.
Yeah, but who cares what they think? It's all about what he looks like to you.
Yeah, it don't matter what they think as long as he's paying your bills, he's fine.
No.
One
Now,
I thought that's what we were saying. My bad.
Now I got a question. I got a question for Ange. Ange, so you mentioned like taking stuff off your plate. What can he do for you and all that stuff? So of course, the counter question is, what do you bring to the table?
What do I bring?
Yo, think about this one.
I'm just playing. So there's a quote. No, don't laugh. There's a quote that I honestly feel like I live by, but I feel like it's accurate to this question. It's like, you buy a house, the woman makes it a home, right? You buy groceries, the woman makes it a meal. Why are you looking like that, man?
I think I heard something similar.
Yeah,
I heard that shit.
Along those lines. I feel like depending on my man, right? Like, depending on our goals that we have together, I'm a person that even as a friend, like, if you have a goal, I make your goals my goals. Like, anything that is yours is now mine. And not like materialistic wise, like emotionally wise, like your baggage is my baggage, like in the sense where like I'm with someone till the end to make them a better person, to elevate them in any way, elevate them financially, elevate them mentally, spiritually, you know.
But how?
If you bring up,
but how would you do that?
But to you, it
That's my
depends
question.
the man. It depends what the man goes. I can't just be like, oh, here's my strategic equation. Like, it just depends.
Well, okay. Well, let me give you an example real quick, because that's a good question, Vince. I don't want y'all to dance around that question because I always hear that bullshit. You know where that quote came from? A woman who ain't shit. That's who wrote it. Let me tell you exactly why she wrote that quote, right? Because what happens is the following. Yo, it's easy to say, you buy the groceries, I'll make a meal. But if you don't know how to fucking cook, you ain't making shit. You buy the home, I'll make it a home. You don't know how to bring the peace to the house, it ain't a home. It's a jail cell. Like, at the end of the day, you need to, you have to have some kind of value behind all this shit. It's nice, it sounds good when you say it, but you have to have those attributes to be actually to live upon what you're saying. So like, you know, it's a question you have to kind of look internally and be like, you know, well, what do you bring to the table? Okay, well, I'm a good cook. I cook. You know what I mean? I cook things from scratch. I do this. Okay, I clean. He ain't never gonna touch this. He ain't never gonna. That's something we look for. We don't want to hear the quotes because at that point I can hire a maid. She'll do the same thing.
So let me say this, or let me do this, because that leads right into the next question, which is, we're going to go right back to Flex with this. What do you consider a high value woman? What do you look for in a woman that makes her a high value?
Why the questions keep coming to me first?
Voice of God.
So here's the thing, right? So before I answer that, right, how are we navigating this? Because like what you could do is we do personally, right? Because then it's like, oh, well, now I know what he wants, so I know what she wants. But I feel like we're not the answer as a whole, right? Because like whole, you can say, oh, I want someone that's very, very spiritually connected with me. It's like, yeah, but we're talking about when we talking about women in general, you think the average woman, that's what they're looking for? Hey, that's you, right? And then also when you think about it, you're like, oh, when I was in college, this, right? So all right, so things change. Now, if you're asking me about college, that was when you could be the pickiest. As you get older, your options are going down. Older, and then it's like, all right, well, all the things that I wanted, I kept shooting for, or I would have had it, right? Clearly, I didn't get it. Like, if you want something, get it. You didn't get it, right? So then we start changing, or we get it, and it didn't turn out to be what we thought it would be. And so it's like, even when you talk about like what a woman wants from a man, I think that changes in age and a big time, right? So it changes. Like what you, and the thing is, you want when you're 20 is not the same that you want when you're 30, and it's gonna change when you be right. Things just become more important. With women, about what the value that a woman has, her youth. Like if it's anyone, you're like, she's 20, she's 30, she's 40, she's 50. Of elimination. What you go? It's like the one in her 20s. Why would I want someone in her 30s? That youth, because eventually these looks fade, right? So when you're like, well, she has a good job, men typically don't care about that. Men are so used to, like, even when you have a job, we're right. And I'm not saying every man, but I'm just saying in general, like that doesn't mean anything. A guy will pick a girl up that has no job, will still date her and marry her and create a life with her. It's very rare that with a male.
Mm-hmm.
There's a quick quote that I always bring up, just to go totally off, and I'm gonna let you continue off that. And he brought up a good point, man. A king, I always say this, man. A king will bring a peasant and make her a queen. A queen will never look a peasant's way, ever. It ain't gonna happen.
It's like we just watched that Chris Rock special, right? And what Chris Rock saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I saw it once.
Something about they were talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? And it was like,
oh yeah, right.
Beyonce is so good that. Go ahead. I forget the exact quote, but yeah.
Burger King and still get a Jay-Z. That Burger King, he can't get a Beyonce.
Yeah, they wouldn't work the other way around.
So I feel like that's only true. Like, again, that's very stereotypical of women. But then how about the women that like think further than that? Because
elaborate on that.
But like, again, we have to acknowledge that small percentage, because I feel like I've always been like, if anybody who knows me, follows me, like knows me as Queen Fran, and if I've always referred to myself as the Queen since I honestly don't even know when I started like things. So
look what Scrap said. Like Scrap said these girls capping. They don't believe y'all.
And he don't know what he's talking about. So but that's what I'm saying. Like that little small percentage, like where's the acknowledgement there?
But let me tell you something. My bad. Go ahead, Vince.
I was just going to ask. You're talking about a different group of women. I think there absolutely is different mentalities in women, and a lot of it is probably based on your age and your life experience and stuff. But I feel like a lot of the stuff that we're bringing up or we're talking about now is like this new age mentality with the girls today, and a lot of things we're seeing is the whole like I don't need a man mentality.
I don't cook. I don't clean.
Let me tell you how I got this ring. I think a lot of that stuff. So Yeah, so I agree with you. Like, obviously not every woman is like.
I guess
that.
I'm old school. That's the problem.
I feel like.
So my question is, do you think is that? Do you think old school is still common today, or is that kind of phased out now?
It's
What do you?
definitely phased.
What
It's definitely.
I
Oh,
want to
sorry.
know
I'm
what you
gonna.
mean by old school.
It's definitely phased out. I feel like because it's very different. Like in the sense, women nowadays have a I don't need a man. And in reality, I feel like women do need a man. Like I think opposite, only because I feel like a man should lead, and I feel like a woman also becomes stronger because of a man. Like I'm not dumb either, and I feel like back in the day it has been different because women are used to staying home. For example, like my grandparents, I'm just giving a random example. My grandma doesn't do anything. I mean, she helps in the house, but that's like her main role assignment. While my grandfather is the breadwinner, he has the main income. He's the one that supports the whole entire household. Now, it's different. Like now women nowadays at a very young age live on their own, do their own thing, have their own job. So it's like you create this mentality where reality is like I fend for myself. So it's like it in a way it does develop a I don't need a man mentality, but for you to be ignorant and think that you don't need a man to do anything, it's pretty dumb.
No, you know what the problem is? I'm sorry, I had to butt in right here. That came from that I don't need a man came from the fact that if you think about it, yes, back then women didn't work. They were like barely ever hired anywhere once they were allowed to work. But even if it's just progressed so much to the point where now women have jobs and you're gonna have a job whether your man has money or not, like unless you are a housewife and like your dude is like a millionaire. But other than that, if you guys are both making average incomes, you're both gonna have a job. And at the end of the day, the woman is still like they're forced upon that role still to make dinner and take care of the kids and clean the house while the man sits there after work and does nothing. So at the end of the day, yes, why do I need a man?
You said
Time out.
Wait.
But the thing is that it's
go ahead.
I'm not saying it's everyone either, but what I am saying is that a lot of men are like that.
Let's
preface this with I have house duties. That makes no sense. Why do I need another child to take care of them?
No, we can say everything we're saying obviously doesn't apply to everyone. We
established that.
Yeah, we're just talking.
What I 100% agree with Bridget too. That culture of I don't need a man has definitely stemmed into like women being more independent and women being like trying to be there for themselves because of this whole whatever happened way back when, which I get. But at the same time, there's a aspect where I also agree with Angie, because Angie said that like she said we kind of need a man. So my whole mentality was like, I don't need a man to survive. No, right. I don't. Do I want one? Yes, I like an alpha male to put me in check. Because my mouth is real reckless, and sometimes I need to be checked and be like, okay, daddy, I'll sit down. Like, that's what I need. But that's because I want that. Like, I want to work. I do. I love my career. I love my job. Like, I literally could not be happier doing what I do. But at the same time, like, it's nice when my man does stuff for me. It's nice when let's go to dinner. I'm going to go buy you dinner. Oh, let's go do this. I'm going to do this. Like, I let him still be alpha, but I'm also contributing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but I'm letting him take that over because I was definitely I still am, but I'm definitely an alpha. I always have been. I've always been one to stand my own ground. And that was a problem in the beginning of my relationship because I wanted to be alpha. And
that's called masculinity. I'm being honest. That's a man trait. Women don't sit and say I'm alpha. That's a man trait. Okay, being an alpha is a man trait, not a woman.
Okay, well, I guess I have manly traits because I definitely was an alpha. Like the way I thought, the way I grew up, and it's because I saw my mom was like a superhero. Like my mom worked 12-hour shifts and still managed to put food on the table, clean the house, do the laundry.
But your mom never once said she was an alpha.
She didn't have to. My dad is definitely not the alpha. Let me tell you that much. But what I'm saying is that I took the thing is if somebody can like I like to be submissive when I can be.
Mm.
When I want to be an alpha, I'll be an alpha. But
where's the button?
Certain men can bring that submissive side out of them.
Yes,
All right, y'all. No,
100%.
listen. I'm gonna have to disagree with y'all on that.
Hit him,
I
Vince.
think
You
Certain
can
men,
disagree all
certain
you
men,
want.
every man.
Because
Insightful. What's your insight?
Actually, the right man can bring the submissive part of an alpha woman, and that has always been true.
I mean, yes and no. I think it all depends. Obviously, it all depends on the actual woman and the actual man. But I feel like as a whole, girls say that, but they don't really. That's not really what they want. Because when he addresses something or brings something to your attention, or he wants something done a certain way in the household, and you don't agree with it, then it's an issue.
But then it's a conversation. But if the man,
but you use the word submissive though, so
yeah. But
so
being
assume.
submissive
Hold on.
is
So
not
assume.
being like,
So assume
yes,
you
daddy,
had
anything at your feet.
Hold on. So assume you had the conversation. You guys talked about it, and you guys still disagree on it. What is the tiebreaker then?
Rock paper scissors shoot. That's what you believe in.
It's bro.
Y'all gonna rock paper scissors shoot it out?
It's called a compromise.
Nah, let me tell you something.
If you
I'm
can't,
not gonna lie, that's my problem.
Let me get Hob in on this.
Listen. I'm gonna set y'all straight real quick because y'all got this whole game fucked up. Listen, this whole alpha female and you know how y'all said it. I don't need a man mentality. That has the game fucked up. The entire game fucked up because at the end of the day, women are the ones responsible for the relationship game. Believe it or not, men don't date whoever we want. We date who we're allowed to date. Okay, you women dictate who y'all date. We do not. Okay, we'll date Ugly Betty if that's the only person we could get. Okay, this is facts. So we can't sit there and say, well, I take on this, I could do it all myself. But when you're in a relationship, you still have that mentality because as much as you guys want to think, oh, well, I'm submissive now, you're not. You're still giving the same pushback. You're still giving the same energy, and that man is not going to want to put up with it. It doesn't happen.
That's not the.
But you know what it's called? It's called the same that I could do everything myself is masculinity. Guys don't want a masculine female. We do not.
No,
and that is exactly that mentality breeds masculinity.
So Manny, let me ask
I'm not
you
gonna lie though, he's kind of right. Like, not that he's saying it right every occasion.
We want a submissive. We want a female, not another man.
Yes, but let me.
We got homeboys for that.
Hold on. Let Angie go.
I was gonna say that, like, I agree. Like, it depends on the situation, 50-50. Because I agree with Fran was saying, like, a certain man can bring out the submissive side of you, but it's also true. Like, I feel like as a female too, like, we catch an attitude of like doing, like, not, we catch it like we're in a routine of doing things on our own. So like, and we have our guard up, we have like our wall up because we try to play the game, better than these men. So it's like when someone approaches you, oh my god, I can't speak Spanish. When someone approaches you, sometimes it's hard for you to like let yourself, like, how you say that, let yourself be guided by a man. You know what I mean? And we do catch an attitude. And then sometimes, like, a guy could tell you, like, yo, your attitude, you need to pipe it down a little bit. Or you need to relax. Or you need to let me do it. Because a lot of us have that, like, I can do it all myself. And because of that, you end up losing a good man. Mm-hmm. And that's a fact. And that can happen a lot. Because it could be like the right man needs to pull it out of you, but sometimes you get the right man, and because you have a freaking attitude because of your past and your old baggage, you're losing the man that's right in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good point.
That's all I had to say.
Fran, I think you had something you wanted to respond.
I agree with Angie, and that's what I'm saying. Like, the right man will pull that out of you, but again, like, it's gonna be the right man. So like, if you catch an attitude with somebody, which I'm definitely known to do, they'd be like, yo, like, first of all,
look at our face.
Get it together. And Manny knows firsthand because he literally was there when I first started dating my man. Like, he knows firsthand the pushback that I gave. And you know what? Now you can ask anybody, I'm a lot more submissive than I was in the beginning because now I don't push back. If he's like, yo, I got it, he got it. And that's that. Like, I don't press him. He does what he needs to do. I do what I need to do on my part. Like, I'm definitely not from the day I met him to now, I'm definitely not the same person.
Right. So I kind of and I kind of agree with you guys in the beginning. You're pretty much saying what I agreed with or what I wanted to say, and you definitely got to recognize the difference between a man you should be listening to or following his lead, and maybe one that's you probably shouldn't listen to. Flex, what you think?
Of which part? You guys said a lot. Kind of went away from the initial question, but to which part?
I guess the most recent. So that's what we're talking about this very second. As far as submissive, being submissive and following the right man and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, so like I get what they're, I hear, here's what my question: when do you become that? Because you always hear like, I need a guy who can do this, or who can put me in check. Like, why do you like, at what point, like, how do you make your decision on being submissive? I think that's just a natural order of stuff. You can't have two people leading. So one.
I think that's a good way of putting that. You can't have two people leading. That's naturally conflicting. What'd you say, Hoff?
Cap. You can.
But I think women in general submit, though. I don't as much. I think they submit to ideas.
All right, go ahead, Ange.
I have a question. Did Manny say that you can?
Yeah, you can.
Okay,
you can.
Can't.
You can.
I would say you can, but you'd have to lead in different. You have to lay out. You have to come. Yes, you have to.
Submitting is leading.
You have to. Well, that too.
But
you got to come together and lay out your roles. Like, this is what I'm going to take care of. This is what you're going to take care of.
You have to grab your partner's strengths and weaknesses and see who helps who out. Because if I'm weak in an area and you're stronger in that area, then obviously you're leading. If I'm stronger in one area, then obviously I'm leading. And that's between you and
yeah, like I'm never gonna sit here and tell wifey how to cook a meal I've never cooked in my life, or how to clean something I've never cleaned in my life. You can lead. So like, and I think that's something that we get confused now. We think that submission means you giving all your rights away. It's not at all. That's nothing to do with that at all. Submitting literally just means you're gonna let him take the reins, because the majority of the leading comes outside of the household, right? So it comes with the financials. It comes with the who gotta, shit breaks in your house, who gotta fix it, shit like that. That's the main leading, right? But you guys lead in the household. Women lead in the household, and they forget about it, and they think that submissive is just, we don't do nothing. No, you lead in the household. That's your ground, and that's where we expect you guys to lead. We expect you guys to be like, yo, dinner's at 7, we eating. Yo, this we're making for dinner.
But,
you know what I mean? This is I clean your laundry. Did this. Like, you're leading there. Go ahead, Flex.
Yeah, but but you could. So the submission is the facts of leading, right? However, you can say, well, she controls the house. Yeah, but if he's like, yo, we can't do it at this time, we need to change it to 8. That's the part where it's like, like so when you have a leader, right, and someone, and that person as well, right, that person is, and the reason why they lead, times decisions have to be made where we can't go over this and talk about. We have to make this decision, and it is for our best interest. So what I need back on, work me on this one, and just go. Even when you don't believe, you have to like trust me on this and just go with what I'm saying. And that's hard when you've been dealing with things. You've been in relationships where you're like, this dude didn't know what he was doing, or she didn't know what she was doing, to like go with someone blindly and just trust that this doesn't make any sense. I don't fully understand it, but I'm gonna do it. I think that comes with trusting someone. He's like, I know we're gonna be all right. I know he's not gonna let anything happen, and I know we're gonna be the part where, you know, but I think it's hard to do that, and which goes back to the initial question where we start thinking about how we pick it. We pick differently.
But you see, I kind of disagree with that, right? And I'm just going to chime in really quick because it's one of those things where it's like, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, this is where compromise happens, and then this is where we get kickback as well. And as to be leaders, we also have to be good followers. Because if she say dinner's at 7 o'clock, I'm never going to change it to 8 unless it's something dire, right? At the end of the day, you respect those decisions. Where it's like, dinner's at 7 o'clock. No, wife, dinner's at 7 o'clock. Dinner's at 7 o'clock.
But you just did it. You just said you've made a decision that there's something.
No, correct.
So that's exactly what I just.
No. I did you say dire? I didn't hear it. Because I'm just saying, unless it's something dire.
Something, and you made a decision that it needs to be changed. The person that is submitting, you changed it. They trust that if he changed it, it's for good reason. However, as a leader, you do work to your strengths, which means I've never been in this neighborhood. If she tells me to make the left, I'm gonna go left. A true leader does, and this is not just the relationship with men and women. That's in general, where someone's strong, and I play to that. Where it's like, okay, I may be in charge, but we're gonna fix this. I know nothing about roofing. Who's the roofing expert? Come here. What are you gonna do? But I'm using my brain and using the best parts to work.
Oh, to me, it has to be dire because ain't no way I'm gonna keep just postponing. I'm not gonna post dinner just because we're going. You know, I'm working on this outside in the garage.
I just feel like realistically, I would need a
Yeah, there you go. See,
I just feel like realistically, I wouldn't have a problem choosing dinner. I just would be like, well, why? Like, if it's a set routine in the family, in the household, what would be the reason? Because if we're a team, I want to know what's the reason. That's realistically. This is obviously
what is the reason?
Scenario.
The reason for what?
Changing
to make a change like that.
But if I have to, but see, all right. So, all right. Why do you need to know right now? Can I tell you later?
Yeah.
All right, then I'll tell you later. And if you're like, okay, I'll find out later. They're like, okay, he said it. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do it. When you start saying, I want to know now, that's where it becomes. That's like a child. When a parent tells your child to do something, and the child says, I think it should be explained, but sometimes I can't explain it at this very moment. You have to trust, understand that I'm doing it for our interests.
All right, so I think
fair enough.
I got plenty of questions, so I want to hurry up, and we run out of time. I want to jump to another question. It's slightly unrelated, but still in the realm of relationships, right? Let's see. Let's go with Angie.
Oh God.
I got a question for you. Would you give your boyfriend or girlfriend a second chance after cheating?
No.
And keep it a buck.
Well, hold on. Let me answer this correctly. What do you consider cheating, though?
Whatever your definition of cheating is.
There are people who consider cheating like liking somebody's picture. Oh my gosh, that's cheating. That's indecent cheating.
No, whatever your definition is.
Like being with somebody else, like a whole.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
They
Flex. Define cheating real quick, and then Angie will say if it's cool or not.
It's true. People have different types of cheating. So.
Let Flex define cheating, and then Angie, you're gonna say yay or nay.
Here's all it. It's very simple. You just have to feel cheated on. Internally, it's you. It's not about what the world thinks. You felt like that person betrayed.
Yeah, to me, it's no. They don't get a second chance after.
We got one now.
For me, this is me personally. For me, just the thought of like me putting my trust in you and you betraying me, and you at the end of the day, you knew we're human beings. You know right from wrong. So if you're doing me wrong, and you're betraying me and you're obviously sinking into somebody else, then explore that image with somebody else. Clearly, I'm not needed.
I like that, man.
Yeah, I like it.
I like that.
All right. Well,
Finally.
Bridget, what do you think?
That's wrong.
I think like it's like I as much as like I know some people are like they do give second chances because they feel like they love that person and like it's for them, whatever. But I'm gonna say like for myself, even and this doesn't have to be in like a relationship. It could be like friendships. Like once you kill my trust once, I just feel like I couldn't even look at you the same after that one.
What you think about Scrap's comment here? If he a millionaire, you're giving him a pass.
Facts.
Yep.
I would too. I'd give him a pass.
It depends on what he did.
Wait, here's what's interesting. You've seen it happen a million times in the public.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, they don't get left.
Because you know why? If you guys gotta, I'm gonna give you a perspective. You gotta.
How about that? The whole public finds out about it.
Yeah, if you got a vacation scheduled in Bali and he cheated on you this week, but your vacation's next week, I know you ain't breaking up with him. That's facts.
Definitely not.
You're not breaking. You're gonna go to Bali. You ain't gonna say a single word. You're still gonna do your thing, get freaky deaky, come back home, probably ask for a Birkin. Then you might start a little argument, but you're still doing it.
Fran,
Just
what
saying,
you
don't
think,
cap.
Fran?
Honestly, last year me would have said no. Like, absolutely not.
What's the difference of last year you and this year?
Yeah, what changed? What changed?
I need to know this.
Depending on where you are in your relationship and like what led to that. Like, for example, if you're in a relationship and right now you're in a really rocky turbulence, like you guys are constantly fighting, like you're in this little funk, and let's say he goes out, like to me, if you go out and like even go like
Scrap said you got a millionaire.
if I had a millionaire, I would not be on here. Let me tell you.
I wouldn't be on here too. I'd be with her.
Facts.
We would both be with him. Anyways, continue.
That's first of all. Like, if we're like in a rocky situation and like whatever, he goes to the bar and like makes out with somebody, like I don't know if I could be like. I mean, once it comes to sex, like if you're fucking somebody else, you're done. Period, point blank. But to me, that's like the ultimate. Like to me, cheating is that you go to the bar and you out in somebody's ear, like being all like on them and stuff, like knowing you got a woman at home. But I feel like where I'm at now, if I'm in a really rocky part of my relationship where I know that we're going through some shit, and he were to do that, I don't know if I would leave him for that. That's
okay. Can I ask you a quick yes or no? This is just a yes or no question. Bounce off because Scrappy keeps asking this, and now it just popped in my mind. Right? If he was making millions of dollars, I'm talking because you keep mentioning millionaires, right? You are legitimately right now dating a multi-millionaire. Gets you whatever you want. You don't work. Your house got to pull all this. The biggest imagination you could ever have, right? Mm-hmm. Now answer yes or no. Does he get a pass?
If he's fucking, no. I'm telling you.
Okay, that's a no, Bridget.
No.
I'm also gonna say. I'm gonna say no.
No, okay, Angie. You're gonna determine whether I get the fuck up or not. Because I don't believe this bullshit.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
Angie, keep it a buck, man. Stop bullshit.
Angie's mic cut out. Angie, you gotta rejoin.
See, it's crazy. You know what's crazy about our live, man? And this is something I don't know if you guys have noticed yet. When your mic cuts out on our live, it's because we have a system that determines the bullshit meter.
All right, go ahead, Ange. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if we're in a relationship and he's a millionaire and he cheats on me, but it's not like sex, I would have to reconsider.
Yes, but sex is different.
I'm gonna be honest. I have to reconsider it. We're all gonna say no. We're all gonna say no until you are put in that moment, and then you can look around and be like, "Damn, this fool is nice."
I'm not gonna lie. The reason why I'm saying no is because when you start fucking other bitches, you don't know what the fuck you can get, and I'm not getting what the fuck.
No, yeah. Once it's like that, then it's a no. Whatever.
Now you out here and go out to the bar and make out with some girl, and then you gonna come back to me and buy me a Birkin? Fine.
I can't wait to hear Flex. I cannot wait.
Yeah. We not becoming a Flex yet. Flex, you take? Are you no Flex? Are you taking her back?
Well, am I taking her back?
Yeah, she does this. She cheats on you.
Billionaire?
Yeah.
How's that question apply to me?
Well, let's go back to the original question then. Without that, was she not a millionaire?
Here's what I'll say. I agree. You really have to in that situation, and you have to ask yourself, this right? Because sometimes we lead with our emotions, right? And the emotions, fuck that bitch, man. I don't give a right. And you could pretend that you don't care, and you really do, right? The part that could say like, I could love this person so much that I don't. I could say no. I could say no. I'm not taking her back, but said than done. Because I say this based off of I've seen it happen to so many people, and they all go back. I see it happen. So I could tell you now, like, nah, I ain't take. I think that's always dating too, right? Because it's easy to get out and I could just leave. But can you say that to the mother of your child? I don't know. I'm gonna say
I mean,
no.
I think it goes back to it. I think
I'm 15 years and I have 2 kids with her, and we have a happy life. Argue, and she left and she slept, and then I found out. It's like, man, that's hard to 15 years dating her. I'm pack my stuff and roll. Peace. But you're like man, close together. We got there's a lot. It's like starting over. It depends on where you're at in your 20s. I think it's really easy to walk away when you're in your 20s. I think it's hard.
That's a good point. And I think it goes back to, I think Angie said it. It's like I forgot where I was going with that. Angie, what you say earlier? Because I was gonna quote you, but now I didn't forget.
Did you unmute me? Am I good?
Yeah.
What did I say earlier? No, I was saying it just depends the relationship. Like I don't know what I said. I don't know. Honestly,
I know what you said, but I forget the words you said.
Oh no, I have.
But yeah, I know what it was. So it depends. Like you can say no now, but when you're put in that position, everything changes. You're not going to know until it happens to you, and then you're put in that position to make that decision.
And plus, once you're in a relationship and you're already like we can say, oh, I would never or whatever, but once you're in a relationship and you're with that man every morning, you wake up to you're already in a state of love, that you're so deep in love that it's like love will make you accept so many things that right now it could be like, oh, this is dumb, I would leave. But in that moment when that would happen, like you would even want to leave. You know what I mean?
I also think it becomes it's normalized, right? People just start thinking it's normal.
Yeah, which is crazy.
As far as like somebody knows somebody that's been cheated on. Some of y'all may have been cheated on before, right? Like it becomes so much of a thing where it's like because you feel like maybe you could possibly get over that depending on how much you want to.
Right. All right. We're running out of time here. I want to jump to another question real quick. We'll start with Fran this time, since Flex don't like going first. Fran, how many bodies is too many bodies for you?
Sorry.
Oh wait, I forgot to unmute you. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
How many bodies is too many bodies?
I feel like I'm the wrong person to ask this to.
No, we're curious. How many?
Wrong person to ask this to.
There's no number.
I feel like.
I mean,
hold on. Let Fran answer. We'll get to everybody.
Manny knows why Manny and you know why I'm saying I'm the wrong person to ask this to. Because I feel like if it's you get one more than what I have.
Okay.
Nah.
What?
Nah.
What?
All right, so
And you know, okay.
The chat saying Fran got bodies.
Okay, no, I'm being so dead ass. You're allowed +1, maybe 2 than what I have. And Angie, tell them what I have. Well, had when I first started dating. Or Manny, tell them.
37.
Coño, Manny. Qué mentiroso.
You said tell him.
But I
You
didn't
said
say
tell him.
lie.
You said tell him.
Be dead ass. Be dead ass.
We raw and uncut here. We keep shit a buck. I'm just saying the truth.
Exactly. So keep it dead ass. Keep it a buck.
All right, 53.
Yeah, what's up with bull?
No, I'm so serious. I think you get like this is just me though. Like again, this is just me. You get 1 to 2 more than what I have. And when I started, it was 0.
Well, yeah,
Okay,
of course it's 0 when you start.
No.
When you were born?
Y'all
Yo, keep it a buck, friend. Stop playing.
Yo, she dancing
are
around the
horrible
answer.
people. No, I'm dead ass. And if I'm keeping it straight
All right.
100 right now.
So your answer is
literally-
one above what you got.
Yeah.
Okay. Bridget, what's your answer?
I feel like I have a completely different answer because I personally do not care. Only because I feel like
if he has 150 women that he took down, you don't care.
I feel like I've known a lot of I've been exposed to a lot of people in college, and I've known a lot of
That don't sound
people. A lot of great not exposed like that. I'm sorry. I became friends with a lot of great people who may have had their time, doing their thing. And personally, like, I don't know. To me, the past doesn't always predict the future.
I would agree with that.
You could be missing out on something great because you're letting this one thing stop you. I don't know. I would give it a shot at least.
I hear what you're saying, but you're telling me there's no number that would be so egregious to you where you're like, nah, I'm good.
Okay, like I guess it also
depends on their age.
It depends on the amount of time, too. Like, if you have like 150 bodies in like I don't know a year, that's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah. Angie got a.
Listen, I'm gonna throw this in here while we're looking at these comments, so you can think about it this way. Women are judged on their past. Men are judged on their future. There's no one ever cares about how much bodies a man got because it's only about where he's going in the future and what he can provide. Women are judged in the past because men are the one that choose them. It's how much they've been ran. Just saying. Keep that in mind.
I still want to get Angie's answer. Angie, what's your answer?
I was gonna say that I never had a number where I was just like, oh, a red flag for me. I feel like if I ask the question and I make a face, that to me is like, you know what I mean? Like, it just depends the guy. Like that comment said, it depends the age, honestly. Like, if obviously you're an older man, I understand that clearly you're going to have more bodies because you've been around longer. If you're younger, then I'm going to be more concerned. But then again, I don't care, but I feel like if you give me a number, me personally, I have to know what I'm getting myself into. If you have a high number, I have to be like, okay, am I taking this seriously or am I not? Because I could talk to you to talk, but just know that I'm not taking it seriously because I already know that,
So
what you do.
When you see someone with a very high number, that to you is a red flag and says what?
What's a high number?
What's a high number? Like in your 30s, going to 40, 30s.
So if he had, if he took down 35,
if he had 24, that's pretty bad.
So 24 is bad also.
No, 24.
He a virgin at 24.
It's not that like it's kind of like damn 24, but it's like I would still see it through.
It's like damn, that's 24, but I'll be 25. But if he's 30, it's like damn, that's 30, but I'm not gonna be 31. Is that what you're trying to say? I guess that makes sense, ladies and gentlemen.
In my head.
We rocking.
Yo, Flex, give it to me.
Flex only dates virgin.
Correct. Now I don't care about that.
You don't care at all. If she
Nah,
walk
I
up to
never-
you,
I
if she
never-
walk up to you and said, "I sucked 167 dicks," you would not care.
He said, "I'm 168."
I don't want to know these things.
But no, she told you though. What if she volunteered it?
So it's this simple. When you hear that, whatever number you hear, right? The less attractive the person becomes. Period. Right. So, but we first have to find out if that makes any sense with what I just said to you. We gotta find out. Oh my God, I finally found the perfect person, and she's like, It's like, yeah, it drops a lot. It's like, man, I'm gonna have to forget that number you just told me because
It's true.
like, yo, don't bring that back. Like, do me a favor.
You pull out the Infinity Gauntlet.
Now let's say somebody that you're like, I don't really know if I've been. She's like, yeah, I've been with 15 guys. You're like, I don't think this gonna work because it's like you didn't really have anything that was really kind of keeping you there, right? There's also your level of attractiveness or being attracted to somebody. So like you kind of counter that number. But I will say the bigger the number, the less attractive. And it could be one person too. The more things that you hear about that person's done, I don't know.
Matt, funny.
He
Said,
did.
you can't
What
unhear
did
that
you?
number. You definitely can't. You can't unhear that.
What? No, let's say it's one person, and you like, oh yeah, he did things. So he did what? You don't. It's like you don't want to hear these things.
Listen, sometimes you need to though.
They said
Sometimes
flex
you-
capping. Flex capping.
Sometimes you have to hear those things.
I'm telling you this. I've never asked someone how many people. I never cared, honestly. Oh.
I never asked.
Listen, I think we should ask one more question because we are coming up on time. But this one's kind of going to lead me into this one. I think it's going to be a really good one because we're talking about bodies, right? It's kind of like talking about, do you lose your value, right? The more bodies you have. I mean, one could also argue men don't lose their value necessarily, right? We don't. But then one could argue women do and vice versa. Now, I have a quick question about, we started off on value, and it's funny how we're right back to it, but this is going to be one I want to see everyone's reaction to this one. Does having kids as a woman mean you lose value or you gain value? So if you have kids and you're single and you go back into the dating game, did you gain or lose value? And keep it a buck. Stop with the cap. Fran, go ahead.
Okay. This one tears me because women having children is so beautiful. And like maybe one kid is like okay, but bro, like if you got kids with baby daddies, I'm sorry, girl, like your value ain't there no more. Thank you. That's very fine. Okay, so I'm keeping it a buck, 100%. Keeping it a buck. If you got one kid, I feel like that's already like kind of pushing it. But if you got kids with more than one baby daddy, I think your value, like as a woman, might not have gone down, but like in general in the dating game, like you might just not be.
Yeah, so she loses value.
Yeah.
Keep it a buck. Bridget, you next. What you think?
I like because I'm thinking right vice versa. If I know a nigga who got like mad kids with different baby moms, like you're not attractive anymore.
He doesn't lose value. He's just Muslim. Bridget, what you think?
I kind of agree, only because like, again, the woman doesn't lose value as a woman, but I feel like in the dating game for sure, because I'm also going to keep it the same for both. If I find a man and even if he has one kid, I'm going to be like
ick. It's an ick.
It's like I'm automatically less attracted to you because now, like, there's this other woman in your life who's going to be in your life for the rest of your life. And I do not want to deal with an outside person in our relationship. You know what I mean? Because you're not just going to leave your kid. Like, that's your kid.
I'm gonna throw this wrench in here, just because we're kind of saying the same thing, but I'm gonna throw it because what I said is factual, right? Men don't lose value, right? And it's just like there are religions in which men have multiple wives, and that's acceptable.
It's called polygamy. Yes.
And then it's that no, there's religions where men have multiple wives.
Yes, it's called
So
polygamy.
do they lose value at that point as well or no?
Yes. Here's the thing. They
Go ahead,
lose
Flex.
value, but so everybody wants. Nobody's looking for someone for the most part with children, right? Men don't rate that women do though, because typically if I have 4 kids with their mother, it's not likely that I'm gonna get rights for them and they're gonna be living with me. So the person to see the effects of me having kids, but the idea of me having kids, they typically. But when the woman has children and they're with her, it's like my kids. They, we can't do this. She got to spend. Yeah, you lose their value. It's not as much as men don't lose it as much as women do. But I think a level of value. But it doesn't mean that you can't. They're still not valuable.
Ange, what you think, Ange?
I feel like for a woman, it just depends how she got them. Like, you know what I mean?
What?
Sorry.
I knew what she meant. I knew what she meant.
What?
But go ahead.
Like, if you, as a woman,
Her situation.
Yeah, exactly. If you're with one partner, for example, for like 5 years, and you have 2 kids, and you're back in the dating world, yes, your value goes down. But honestly, like, you're a single mom. It's not like you've been around. But if you're a mom who has like 3 kids, 3 different baby daddies, yeah, of course. And that goes, and it's true, men's value doesn't go as down. Like, it does go down a little bit, but
It's a difference
like,
a little bit.
for a man, like, you can hold it down if he has kids, because in reality, in most cases, men don't.
In reality, we could just leave them.
No, exactly.
And it's like we don't have kids.
No, but
Which is crazy.
I'm just saying what happens in this world.
It's crazy that you said that as like a joke.
I'm just saying what happens.
No, but in reality, men don't have their kids.
Just keeping it a buck.
Them all the time, not like a woman does. A woman has her kids, you know what I mean? Like, they have it on the weekends or most of the time. So it's way different than a woman having kids. So that's why it's a different value. Like, I spoke with my mental kids before. And
what?
Can I add something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So going off of what that, like, Angie is so right about that, which is what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't devalue the woman herself. It just she loses points in the dating game.
Right.
Like, for example, I used to see a wax tech who she literally had her kid all the time, and she was single. She used to, like, her kid was running around while I was getting waxed. Like, it's like she has to do stuff from home because her baby daddy's not in the picture. So, like, yeah, she's doing stuff for herself, but is she still single? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think
It is what
a lot of guys don't want to have to deal with that, and it's vice versa.
Exactly.
Girls don't want to deal with that. If you have your kids all the time as the man, you got to deal with the baby mama drama or logistics or whatever.
I feel like men too, entering a woman's life with kids, they automatically, like, they have pressure of assuming a role of being a stepdad, rather than a female entering a man's life that has kids. I don't assume a role of being a stepmom. You know what I mean? It's like way different.
And I'm gonna add this last thing to that. Like, for example, like, this is complete vulnerability right now. Like, my mom, I have a brother, and he's my half brother. My mom was not a stepmom to him. Like, he was raised by his mom and my grandma. Like, he wasn't really around in our lives until I was like 12. So some people just don't assume that role, and it is what it is. And of course, he came from my dad's side, where my dad didn't have him all the time. You know what I mean? So it's how the world works. The same way we were talking about before with value of men and women, femininity, masculinity, alphas, like being submissive, like all that ties into this same subject of it is what it is.
Damn, what you think, Vince?
I kind of just want to. I want to move on to one of our last questions.
Swerving. That's all I heard from Vince. Swerving.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, I think basically what everybody already said. Your value does go down whether you're a man or a woman. I think women's value does go down a little bit more just knowing how men are. Men don't want to deal with it. Now, but I think it would be the same if it was if the dynamics were reversed, where guys had the kid all the time and all that. Women wouldn't want to deal with it. I think either way, just people's human nature, you wouldn't want to be bothered with the extra drama, potential extra drama.
That's a fact. Even if you had an extra dog, I wouldn't even date you anyways. I ain't gonna be bothered with that either. That's facts.
Damn, yo, my man coming in hot. My man just joined the chat with this question. How come women can leave a baby at a safe haven shelter with no questions asked, but men go to jail for not paying child support?
Oh,
jeez, does anybody want to answer that?
Oh,
I'm not. I'm here right now. I'm not.
Oh, I don't think y'all prepared to answer
my
that.
Man came in hot. He said, bah, 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 bah.
He said, I'm tired. He said, I'm tired of hearing all this shit. He said, I'm tired of hearing all this dumb shit. Get to the real shit. He said, stop the cap. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Nah, that's a good question though. But pop it up again.
Yeah,
because I think just to answer that quick,
because that's a whole nother topic.
I mean, that's a whole other topic.
That's a whole.
Yeah, so just to answer that quick, it's not fair. The system's not fair. The system's just not fair. There's no
100%.
It's not fair. It's not fair. I'm gonna say this. It's not fair to the men, but it's also not fair to women, in a sense. So I'll say that just to keep it unbiased, because there is certain things that I'm like, man, okay, I get this, but yeah, it's just unfair, and I don't think it'll ever be fair.
Topic. Women are
Flex. What you say, Flex?
Women are always. I don't even want to answer that, man.
Yeah. That's a tough question. That's a good question. We're gonna get to that, man. We have a marriage segment coming up. And we're gonna have some people that are actually in this scenario that are actually gonna be able to answer a little bit more. So we have that coming up, and we'll keep that one in mind because that is a good question. But for this situation, I know the ladies are all, it's hard when you have 10 kids and shit like that. So it's difficult to answer. So we're gonna chalk that one for today.
Yeah,
that's a good question, though.
Definitely won't save that for
but listen, we're gonna do some speed rounds, and then we're gonna wrap this up, man, because you guys have been great, and I know that you guys have lives beside this. Even though I want to keep y'all here forever, and that's cool. At the end of the day, I just want to have a couple hot takes that's going on. Did he come back again? No, the system caters to women. We see it every day. Men go to jail, and come to find out they're not even the dad.
Save it for the next episode.
Yeah, save it for the next one. You've definitely watched a lot of Maury and Jerry Springer. I would turn the TV off more. So that's my answer to that question. But let's do some quick hot takes, man. This goes for everybody. Ready? I'm gonna just go around. Everybody say yay or nay, and then we're gonna just keep pushing. We'll wrap it up, man. Because these are some good shit. I want to know what y'all think. Andrew Tate, go or no go? Flex. Which is damn. It's the first question. Go or no go? Andrew Tate, what you think?
Damn, is he thinking? What's going on here?
Damn.
Yeah.
Answer.
Oh, we can't hear you. Your mic cuts.
Oh, we can't hear you. What happened?
You couldn't hear answer.
No.
I thought it was going to the next person. I'm not.
All right.
I think he got solid. I think shoulders. I'm just not a big fan, so for me, it's a go.
No go. All right.
No go?
Copy.
No go. Okay.
All right. Angie, go or no go? Mr. Tate.
No go.
No go?
Damn. You finished.
I read her lips. There's a delay on my end. Bridget, go, no go.
No go.
No go? Okay. Fran?
He could go to hell.
Damn. Okay.
Nah, it ain't that deep.
It ain't that deep. All right, ready? Next one. Ready? Skinny or Lizzo? Flex.
I don't
Wait,
know who's
what?
skinny is.
Skinny or Lizzo? Would you rather be skinny or look like Lizzo? Body positivity. I'm just saying.
I'll have to say skinny.
Skinny, Angie.
That's fucked up.
I'm just asking a question. This is body positivity. I'm just trying to find out where we at with here.
For a man,
It depends on.
for a man, skinny. Oh no,
Oh.
yeah, skinny. Oh. Actually, no.
Yeah, tough, huh? It's body positivity till it come to you, Bridget. Skinny or Lizzo?
Everybody's gonna say skinny.
Okay, Fran. Skinny or Lizzo?
I'm literally gonna have to say Lizzo.
Lizzo, okay.
To me, when you're saying skinny and you're comparing it to Lizzo, I'm thinking about anorexic skinny. Like
It could be. It could be. It could be. It's two spectrums. It could be 100%.
Opposite ends, yeah.
Yeah, two opposite ends. All right, this was gonna be ready. Would you guys rather be famous and miserable or happy and broke? Flex.
Happy and broke.
Damn. We know that.
Easy answer.
Yeah.
I can see. I can see it. I can see him just sitting at a pond, petting a small turtle and shit. Angie, what you think?
Happy and broke because you're famous does not mean that you're financially well.
That's cool. What you think, Bridget? Famous and miserable, happy and broke.
I'm gonna say happy and broke.
Happy and broke? I know y'all all fucking lying, Fran. Give me something.
I'm gonna be famous
and miserable, bitch. We out here.
I'm making bread.
But are you?
But he said famous. He didn't say wealthy.
Am I rich?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, fame could get you rich.
But
I'm not.
But there are people who are famous and they're not wealthy.
Yeah, that's exactly the case.
You're famous is no reason you shouldn't be wealthy.
Vince, what would you pick, Vince?
I'll be happy and broke.
You happy and broke? Okay.
That's the key.
All right, ready?
That's the key though, because miserable. I don't know what's the point of being rich if you're miserable.
That's facts. But listen, this is for we have a lot of viewers that I guess want this topic, and again, we're gonna hit another segment, guys. We're being.
Man, Fran got fans out here.
Fran's created fans in this Trollaholic world, man. But we definitely got some more segments. I mean, we're doing this every week, and we're staying consistent, so we're gonna give you guys something new every week. And this last little hot topic take is kind of gonna go into our next segment that we're gonna have next week, hopefully coming up. Prenup or nah? Flex, you gonna get that prenup or no? Flex, like, I already got it written up.
Wait.
Flex said I got it written up.
Yeah. Are you safe to speak right now?
You think?
Are you all right?
Is this line secure? Yo, blink twice if you need help.
You're giving Morris call.
No prenup.
No prenup? Yo, watch out if he texts. Oh, he just texted me. Hold on. Copy. I got your answer. Angie.
No
prenup or not? Nope. Of course. No prenup. Bridget. Prenup?
I'm gonna say yes, only because I don't. Just cause like if he's rich, I don't want him to think I'm there for the money, and if I'm rich, I don't want him to take my money. You know what I mean? So.
Facts. Okay.
Anyways.
I know prenup, I'm broke.
Fran, prenup or nah?
I'm not gonna lie, prenup, because I got assets.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Wait, you got assets or assets?
Yup.
You got
a little bit of both.
I got both.
A little bit of both. Okay.
Then you married.
Would you say, Flex?
Be very smart and picky about.
Yeah, I
mean that's facts, man. And I got one more, just because I know I'm gonna get an answer out of y'all, and I like this one. I've been dying to ask this question. I was supposed to ask it the first episode, never did it. Is OnlyFans? You guys ready for this? Is OnlyFans worth the stigma of being a hoe? Yes or no? Flex.
I've never done OnlyFans.
Do you think it's worth it?
Do you think for women it's worth it?
How would I?
Would you
know what's worth it for them? I don't know it.
Listen. Would you date? Let's put it this way: would you date a woman that did OnlyFans?
OnlyFans?
He's being so diplomatic. Just answer the question. Answer the question.
Blink twice, man, if you need help.
Do you want a real answer?
Yes, I want a real answer. You gonna date someone that did OnlyFans?
No. No one thinks about dating people, right? No one goes into it saying, I really want to date someone ass for the whole world.
That's cap.
There's some.
That's cap. I have a couple friends that they do OnlyFans.
But, all right, go ahead,
So,
Angie.
do I
Angie, what
want
you think?
to?
There's 2 points. There's 2 points. One, on OnlyFans, you don't only have to sell your body. You can sell different things on OnlyFans.
That's why I said the stigma. The stigma. Is it worth the stigma?
Okay, the stigma. I don't care. If I'm making money and you want to call me a hoe, guess what? I'm a rich hoe.
I'm gonna tell you
Damn.
right now. I agree with you.
Rich
If it was me,
hoe.
I would be.
I'm
My feet would be
driving-
all over
I'm
OnlyFans.
driving your dream car, courtside, right? Watching your favorite basketball game. So guess what?
Damn. All right, I'll talk to mom after this. Bridget.
I feel like
I
don't know. If you're nude on OnlyFans, even if you were a man, I can't. I'm sorry.
No,
You won't do it?
Stigma.
If Magic Mike was on OnlyFans, but he said, damn, Bridget, I just want to marry you, girl. You gonna say no?
Marry me.
It would just make me really uncomfortable.
So stop
that, like,
fucking lying.
Half the world is seeing your penis.
So but you were saying yes.
You be uncomfortable, you still do it.
You would still do it. You'd walk down that aisle knowing that his penis is fucking flaring everywhere.
It depends on how much money he makes.
Oh my, see? Oh my friend.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That comment.
Listen,
That's a fact.
if I'm making bread,
fact.
I'm gonna do it. If my man making bread, he gonna do it. I don't give a flying F because you're not cheating. People paying to watch you. So how
They can watch us.
immediately.
Real quick,
Immediately, yes.
Who was it that when OnlyFans first came out, they took their pictures off of Instagram, put them on OnlyFans?
Malo Trevejo.
The same pictures and made.
Malo Trevejo.
I don't know who that
She's
is.
smart.
That's exactly who did it.
Yeah. All
She
right.
she posted 2-3-year-old
the same-
bikini pictures
The same
and
stuff that was on
reposted
her
them.
Instagram and put it on OnlyFans.
And she made her first month of OnlyFans. She made, I think she said 87 million. Her first month.
That's insane.
And she, mind you, she turned 18. She started OnlyFans when she was 18. She did it on her first month. And that brought the question as to why everyone was like, damn, how many pedophiles were waiting for her to turn 18?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
If I could
That's crazy, but that's a different topic. Hoes will be hoes, man. But listen, that's for a different day. We appreciate you guys being here. We know y'all got lives, man. Trolla gang, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We definitely had some engagement this time. Always comment. We're always gonna pop y'all up. We're always gonna read them through. We're always gonna make sure we get y'all attended to. Next week, stay tuned. We definitely got another episode coming in. It's gonna be a little bit more for the adults. Children stay at home, but we're definitely gonna still have fun and appreciate you guys tuning in and watching in. Flex, Angie, Bridget, Fran, appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank y'all so much.
All right, make sure y'all comment, like, and share this live. We're gonna man, just follow these ladies and follow that beautiful man right there. On their social medias, and make sure y'all stay up to tune for all new content coming to our page. Vince, take us out.
While y'all at it, follow us, TrollAholics, on all socials.
Facts.
All right, TrollAholics Podcast. Again, thank you all. Thank you, everybody. We'll see y'all at the next one.